Hi there. With all the backwards and forwards on the 21st of June and will we have lockdown restrictions eased or not, the mood that perhaps best describes where we're at as a nation is tentative. We're not quite sure what plans we can make, we're holding everything lightly, we'll see how it goes. As I've been praying for us today and thinking about what to put into the newsletter, the word that I've had repeatedly come to me, which I believe is from the Lord, is this: it's not the time for us as Christians to shrink back, and it's not the time for us as Christians to be tentative. I'm not talking about in terms of lockdown restrictions. I'm not suggesting that we should definitely have 30 people over into our back garden or whatever the rules might allow. I'm talking about being bold with the things that God is calling us to do. As Christians, it's our basic birthright to be led by the Lord. He leads us in right paths for his name's sake, Psalm 23 says. So the real question that I think we should be asking ourselves, not just this week, but particularly this week, I want to encourage us, is what is God calling me to do? And then let's get on and do it. If you're part of a household, it might be something you want to talk about with your spouse or the other people in your household. What is it God's calling us to do? Let's be bold and do it. It might be around witnessing. It might be about having that neighbour or that friend over and seeking to really be intentional about talking about Jesus, or maybe talking to one of your colleagues at work. It might be around a life decision. You've been putting off something that you know God is talking to you about doing, a change of direction or a significant change in what you do with your finances or with your career. And maybe it's that, and you need to just bite the bullet and get on and do it and be bold. But as Christians, we're not called to be tentative and always sort of hanging around for what might come next, because the Holy Spirit is our guide. The Holy Spirit leads us forward as we put our trust in God. So let's not be shrinking back. Let's not be tentative, but let's press ahead in faith. Let's be a bold people. And let's demonstrate to the world that we have confidence, not because we know what's going to happen with COVID in 3 weeks' time, but because we know the God who holds the whole world in his hands. Have a great week.